milestone victories in your career, but I've got to imagine that this one in New Jersey feels as sweet as any of the rest of them.
This one in New Jersey is definitely the sweetest for multiple reasons. My first main event, taking on a legend, someone so accomplished like Henry Cejudo is not an easy task, man. Like, yeah, we both do YouTube channels and we analyze and break down fights, but dude, the guy is freaking smart. I don't think a lot of people can even appreciate what was going on in the middle of that octagon. Both of us making adjustments to each other's adjustments. It was a high-level physical chess match, and thankfully, I think I came out just a little bit better, and maybe that means my YouTube channel is a little bit better.
Were you said you think it came out a little bit better. Were you confident when it was going to the judges, when it got announced to split? Were you a bit nervous? What was the emotions?
I mean, I was confident I won. I was like, I definitely feel like I won that 3-2. But at the same time, I was like, you just never know, man. Like, people give ring generalship to the guy who's just walking forward and making a mean face. And it's like the other guy circling around you, dancing around you, making you look silly, you're missing, and they give it to the other guy because he came forward. I'm like, that doesn't score. Scoring fights is literally doing damage. If I'm dancing around you, I'm using my footwork, and you can't touch me, that's me controlling the octagon. If you are cutting me off as you're pressuring me, and I'm on the backside of the cage, and you're landing shots, you're controlling the octagon, you're controlling the action. But that's not what happened tonight, so close fight, but I definitely thought I won and edged it out. In my personal opinion, I know there's going to be some critics out there saying, oh, once again, he has a controversial win. He didn't really win that. Man, SMD, bro. Get used to this face, because it's not going anywhere, guys. It's not.
You're obviously a fan of this. I'm curious, got into some wrestling exchanges, took us back a couple of times, but what was it like to tangle in the wrestling department with a gold medalist?
I think I'm an Olympic gold medalist now. I think, what was that, 3 takedowns, I think? At least 2.
You got 4.
4?
You got 3.
I lost count. But no, seriously, though, strong guy. I knew I was going to do better in the clinch with the body lock. He did a great job utilizing the inside leg trip. Even though I kind of knew it was coming, but there were certain positions I was like, I want him to tie out with me there because I feel like I could bang him to the body a couple of times with some knees. And I know Mighty Mouse hurt him there, and I felt like I can expose that situation. So I felt like if he didn't get the trip, he might be a little bit lost in those positions and probably try to bail. I think he might have overcommitted with the wrestling and gave me more opportunities to take him down than he probably would have liked. But that's what I'm saying. It's such a high-level chess match. It's game of inches, split-second decisions, and I came out on top of that.
Did you feel you won?
Sure, why not? I gotta rewatch the fight. I just know the improvements that I have to make to flip that. It's like, yeah, I fought my ass off, but at the same time, it has been 3 years, but I had a great training camp. Could have done more. Or could have adjusted, not could have done more, but could have adjusted on some things. And that's kind of what bugs me a little bit. Just stupid little errors, like particularly that first round. I was winning it, put him to his back. I just allowed him to kind of steal it at the very end. And I mean, there's a lot of people who think that I won. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. I mean, typically the way I see it, if I don't dominate, like, it's just hard, man. I'm such a fucking competitor, man. I don't think people realize that. Like, to me, it's all or nothing. If I'm not first, I'm fucking last.
Fair play. I know there was some moments of success, but you kind of said there, like, do you think in some of those sequences, if you didn't have the 3 years, like, before when you were fighting, would you have been a little sharper there? Do you think the time off had a lot to do with it? Because I know you feel you're a smarter fighter now, but was the execution just not there?
Yeah, probably. Like, even when I retired, after I won the Olympics, I retired for 3 years. It was incredible, the fact that I made it all the way to the semifinals at the Olympic trials against the #1 guy in the world, and I missed the Olympic team by that much. I only had like maybe 7, 8 matches of competition, but just to like take it there. Sometimes you make your own bed, and that's what happens. I got to go back and really think about what is it that I want to do, because I'm out to chase greatness, man. I'm just not out here just to fight, man. Just to hear the crowd roar. You guys tell me, good job. Oh, I think you won. Like, my dream is to just reach mountains that nobody's ever climbed, and I think and that's partially why I take my resume that serious, and that's probably why I even started the shtick because I am proud of it. You know, can I say it? The Olympic champ, the flyweight champ, the bantamweight champion of the world, the greatest combat athlete of all time. Like that's this is the stuff that motivates me.
Coach Mac Daddy in the place. Congrats, Funkmaster. Great fight. I knew you were going to win that, my man. Easiest money I've ever made. I already went shopping in advance, had everything Gucci'd out. You know yourself, fresh gear. But come here, let me just put this down. Let me show you what's what, right? Coach Mac Daddy in the place. Show you what's popping. Okay, Henry, this one's for you, my man, right? Some of the things, oh my God, you blew my... I couldn't believe what I was seeing, right? So you were here like this, right? And you were doing this, and I was like, you were doing this little thing, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never seen nothing like it. This guy is a fucking genius, yeah? So you were doing this really well, yeah? If you'd have just done it this way, man, you'd have fucking clean shot, bro. You'd have took him to the cleaners, my man. But anyway, you know yourself, Coach Mike Daddy, I don't charge you a fee because I'm already set, yeah?
And I'm not sure if you'd had time to see this, but Conor McGregor posted a video to his Twitter offering you some advice for your next fight, telling you maybe you should switch stances and it'll go better your way, and offering you some coaching tips.
Man, Conor McGregor don't got shit on my resume. That's all I gotta say. You know, he's been stopped after a 3-year layoff. What I was able to do and compete, and then hearing the boos from the crowd once they announced the winner. I mean, that says a lot to me. But there's still levels, and I still know that I could get better too. But guys, like even like selling this fight, like it's okay, man. Bring the hate. Maybe it'll motivate me. You know, I'm not one of these guys that was just like, yeah, I'm a little pissed because I hate losing, but I love it. I love it. So thank you, Conor.
Henry, way over.
Initial question is the obvious. What was your reaction to the fight, and did you have Aljamain winning?
I thought Henry was up 3-1 going into the fifth. I was honestly pretty surprised that Aljo won. I thought Henry did what he needed to do. We're in New York. We're in New Jersey, I mean.
I know you tweeted earlier that you kind of wanted Henry to do it, so you...
Bad, yeah.
You did?
I wanted that fight really bad. I feel like I would have loved to put that dude to sleep, but, he's got... I thought he won. I thought Henry looked good. He looked... I didn't think he was going to come into this fight not in shape, not ready to go. He came in, he was ready to go. I thought he won the fight.
Stylistically, for you, out of the two of them, was Henry the one that you kind of favored more just because of the height advantage, or do you really give a care either way?
Yeah, I thought Henry was a better stylistic matchup, but I also just really want to slap that little dude. So it would have been a win-win for me, but here we are.
Face off with Aljamain in the cage. Did we see anything? It was a bit chaotic. I know Marab was getting involved there as well. But
some words here with Rob. All right, let's separate everybody here, ladies and gentlemen.
but could you take anything out of that interaction, or not really?
Nothing really. It was the first time I was really face to face with Aljo. I've had confrontation with him and with our clothes on, but seeing he's jacked. That dude's jacked. But he's not big. He's not big. He fights with his chin up a little bit. I was just letting him know. You gotta tuck that chin a little bit, or I'm gonna find it.
Obviously, it's going to be built as this grappler versus striker matchup. But even in this fight, we saw that his striking is pretty unorthodox. He kind of moves. He bends over a lot. When you look at his style versus your style, how do you see the fight playing out, and where do you think you find success?
The way I beat Aljo is focused, 25 minutes, disciplined, straight punches. And, I don't want to give away too much, but, you know, Aljo's beatable. He's very beatable. I thought he lost tonight.
See, Dana, fun main event, technical main event, close main event. How did you score it in the final fight of the night?
Yeah, I mean, I had Aljo winning the fight.
Yeah. But still close, right?
Very close fight, yeah.
What did you think of Henry's performance after 3 years away from the
Incredible. Yeah, you know, I'm a big believer in ring rust. And, you know, not only did he fight 5 tough rounds against a guy much bigger than him, you know, yeah, he looked good.
And then for Aljamain, it looked like initially Henry might have the wrestling advantage, but Aljo was able to take his back a couple of times, get the hooks in. What was your reaction?
Yeah, one of the things that impresses me about Henry Cejudo is, like the Marias fight, after the first round I said, ooh, Henry's in trouble tonight. And then he makes these adjustments and comes back in the second round and looks unbelievable. So, yeah, I thought both guys fought a hell of a fight.
Before this fight, we were talking about whoever wins, it does something for their legacy, right? For Aljo, it cements him as being one of the best bantamweights of all time. Do you think after that performance that is fair, that he is one of the best in history?
Yeah, it was a big win for him. It was obviously a big win. You know, there's a lot of, like I said, leading up to this fight, you know, there's the Peter Yan fight, and then there's the Dillashaw fight, and, you know, going in and you know, grueling it out for 5 rounds with Henry Cejudo, regardless of the weight and size difference, it's a big deal to beat Henry.
You know, you usually don't make fights on the night of the fight.
But you're going to ask me anyway?
Well, I feel like it's fair to say Sean O'Malley's probably next for Aljamain Sterling, right? I mean,
that what?
That Sean O'Malley might just be next for Aljamain.
Yeah, I've had better ideas than what I did tonight. Not a great idea, but yes, he's next.
Yeah, when you bring him into the cage and they have the face-off and then you slowly see it start to escalate with Merab, do you just think, I shouldn't?
Yeah, it was a bad idea.
Do we have any sort of timeline on when we'd like to do that fight?
Yeah, probably August.